Put a goat in the water with a shark and see what happens. Hashtag the biggest. These are the most recent words from Errol Spence. Hey, stop that cat. Man down. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Errol Spence, 10 hours ago, he posted what I just read for you guys. Errol Spence Jr. verified page. Put a goat in the water with a shark and see what happens. Hashtag the biggest. Hashtag big fish. Stop that cap. Now, he got some drip on, but what else do I notice? Errol Spence looks like he's maintaining his weight. I've seen Errol Spence over the years many times, and self-admittedly, so it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel, Ego Weight Watchers, there were times where his weight he ballooned up, and he admitted he was like 180, 190, stuff like that. Right now, he just fought Ugas last month, and some fighters, especially after a victory or even a loss, they say, okay, that's over. I sweated it out. I ran my miles. I got past the fight. Now I'm going to come back and just chill, spend time with my family, gorge out, be a glutton, eat all the stuff that I wanted to eat when I was in camp that I couldn't eat. But Errol Spence doesn't look like he's doing that. He looks like he's maintaining his weight, as he should, because some people think this might be directed at Terence Crawford. Some people are putting him on the #1 pound for pound list. I love to see it. I've seen Crawford recently on his social media, and Terence Crawford is also training and also working out. You could tell Errol Spence is maintaining and working out. So it's going to be a great fight. Errol Spence says, y'all can keep the fake love. I need, after the car accident vibes, I read and listened to all of it, and I used it as motivation. The other thing, I made a video about this, is Derek James, literally, he has a fight tonight. Make sure y'all come back for the watch party. That's Jermell Charlo taking on Brian Castano. But if you guys recall, immediately after Errol Spence dethroned your Dennis Ugas out of Cuba for a belt, Derek James wasted no time. While everyone else was cheering in the crowd, while everybody else was celebrating, while everybody else was smiling and taking pictures, Derek James came to Errol Spence and he says, you got to get back in the lab. You got to go straight back. You know, that's a trainer, bro. I really respect that. And that's why I had to make a video about that. That is very respectable, because you have to understand and keep that Black Mamba mentality. Like Kobe Bryant says, he doesn't care if he loses or if he wins, because he has to wake up the next day and do it all over again. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people in life, they have successes and then they try to pose and smile and take a picture of it and live in that moment. They're like, oh man, I have an accolade, accomplishment, and they end up slowing down. But you don't want to slow down. Like if you have a milestone, like something good, let's say you got a promotion at work. What some people will do is, since they got a promotion at work, they've made it, they've arrived, they're making a bigger salary, they're making more annually. So they go out drinking. Oh wow. They go out drinking. They go out smoking. They go hang out with friends and, you know, lose it all. They go gambling with money they don't even have. Do all these types of things. Go buy some jewelry. Do whatever, because they're happy. And I'm not saying you can't treat yourself to anything, but what I am saying is you should be moderate with it, because too many people fall into the trap of work. Then they see results and the results make them happy. And then they stop doing what got them to the point where they seen the results. So I love it when fighters got it all together. And the instruction that I seen from Derek James, where he was like, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? People want you to fight Terence Crawford. You're talking about a couple more fights at welterweight, then moving up to 54. Brian Castano beat you in the amateurs. If he beats Jermell Charlo and you move up at some point, people are going to want to see that fight. This is just the beginning. You just beat Ugas. You took his belt. You put it in the cart like this picture displays. This is just the tip of the iceberg. You know what I mean? So you guys see this grocery list from Errol Spence. It says Kell Brook, check. Sean Porter, check. Your Dennis Ugas, most recently, check. The only remaining checkbox that needs to be ticked off is Terence Crawford. Hopefully we get that fight. I like what I'm seeing from both fighters. Errol Spence sounds insanely confident. I don't think enough people are really analyzing what he went through and what he came back from. I really don't. I mean, this is a man that almost got separated from his family, his children, the world, his fans, and had to rebuild. It's like the $6 Million Man or something. Remember that movie or that TV show? He had to rebuild himself from the ground up. Probably had to teach himself motor skills or how to walk. And, I don't know exactly what his physical therapy consisted of, but we all seen the accident, the videos and the clips. So, to see a black man in America, undefeated, young, black, rich, and have the mental fortitude and the strength to bounce back with everything else. And I'm not saying it in terms of he didn't create the situation, but because he did. If you were drinking and driving, it is what it is. You created that situation. But at the same time, think about it. People don't think about it. In a split second, you could lose everything you've ever worked for from one bad night. That's happened. I know people that's happened to. Lost their freedom. They're in prison for life or a long, long, long time off of one bad night. You were tripped out. You did drugs. You did whatever. One bad night. I know a dude right now in prison. Lost all his youth, and he was a star basketball player as well. Off of one bad night, experimenting with drugs or whatever. So it's an incredible story. In the end, I think they'll be able to make a movie about Errol Spence Jr. with what he's went through. And we live in a social media age, so it's hard to fathom what Boxing Ego is telling you because people don't view history as the present. What I mean is when you're living it presently and you're in the present, you're not looking at these things like most of the people listening to this video were probably alive for 9/11. That's history. At the time, it was the present. It was what we had to deal with as a nation, the nation of America, USA at the time. But 50 years from now, 60 years from now, they're teaching kids what happened on 9/11. They're going to be teaching them. That's going to be like part of the curriculum because it's world news. Just like all those wars, the Crusades and the 7 Years' Wars and, all these things, Paul Revere, all that stuff that's quote unquote history was present time current events at a particular time. So we're living in these moments. I think same thing with Crawford Spence. This will be a historic fight. This could be this generation's Hagler Hearns. If you look at the temperament of both fighters and what they've accomplished independently, fighting collectively and fighting together. So I'm looking forward to it. All in all, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it. Errol Spence sounds very confident, but so does Crawford. What does that mean? Somebody got to be lying. Two people saying, I'm going to beat you down, I'm going to whoop your ass. You know what I mean? Somebody can't be telling the truth. So make the fight. Hopefully we get to see which one is telling the truth. He said, I'm a shark. Put a goat in the ocean and see what happens. Love it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this video and all things boxing, some MMA, subscribe to the channel. This is Boxing Ego, signing off. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.